Now, I don't know anyone that's gone out and bought a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment and said, that's going to be my forever home, I want to live in that for the next 10, 15 years. Should I Rentvest? Now, this is a situation a lot of young people are in at the moment. They're not sure whether to buy where they live or go and buy an investment property elsewhere, okay? It's going to depend on everyone's own situation and goals, but for this one, we're assuming you've got a $600,000 budget. Now, if you were to choose to go buy where you live, you could buy a unit, even though in this area, most people live in houses, okay? 80% of the people. So all of a sudden, you're only appealing to 20% or less of the demographic and who's going to want to live there and buy that off you in the long run if your plan is to sell that and upgrade and buy a house, which is what most people want to do after 5-10 years of buying their first home, okay? Compare that to buying your investment property. You can target a house under $600,000 in an area that is dominated by houses, and it's going to be in demand when you go to sell that or you go to lease it out. Next one, strata fees or body corporate fees. You're going to have that when you buy a unit, house, you're not going to have that problem. Less costs out of your pocket. Another one to look at, days on market. Is that actually, if you're going to sell that property, is it in demand right now, and are you going to go sell it for more into the future? Okay, if it's taking 70 days to sell or over 2 months to sell a property, there's not that demand there to put upwards pressure on the prices. Again, comparing to a market you might want to invest in, it could be a hot market. It's currently selling, or house currently selling in 15 days. So it's quite competitive and prices are going month on month on month. Next one's more residential development in the area. You might think, okay, they're building lots of new houses or new apartment buildings, that's good. The area's going to grow. You want to buy in areas the opposite of this, where there's no more supply coming on. So people have to put pressure on the existing housing stock that's there to drive up prices, not these brand new greenfield or infill developments that are going to create more properties, okay? You can buy in areas where there's nothing new being built, but maybe there's more job opportunities going there. So people have to buy the existing houses and pressure will be put on that existing housing stock, and that'll drive prices up over time. Obviously, if you're buying your own home to live in, none of that stuff is tax deductible. With the investment, it is. And of course, everyone's favorite, capital gains tax-free if you buy your own home. But if you're buying a dud asset, I'd rather pay 50% tax or get 50% tax-free if you hold it more than 12 months and buy something that's actually going to grow and make you money. Now, I don't know anyone that's gone out and bought a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment and said, that's going to be my forever home, I want to live in that for the next 10, 15 years, okay? So it's important, think ahead. What's it going to look like in 5-10 years for you? Are you better getting into the market with an investment property, letting that grow, rent where you want to live elsewhere, and you're in a better financial position? So before you go out there and buy your first home, spend $600,000 on a unit, please consider these things, have your end goal at front of mind, and then work backwards from that. Okay, if you want to have a chat about your situation, please don't hesitate, shoot me a DM, and we'll have a chat and we'll go from there.